Jaxon Smith-Njigba had his coming out party today for the Ohio State Buckeyes, catching 15 balls for 240 yards and 1 touchdown. I did a film study a few weeks prior telling you guys that this is going to eventually happen. That he is eventually going to blow up. We saw this today against Nebraska. Garrett Wilson was out of the lineup, and this was his time to shine, and he took advantage of that. I pulled some of his top clips from today's game, and we're going to go over those and do a film study. But before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Every subscription matters. It fuels me to keep going over the tape with you guys, helping you guys out with your fantasy team. And also, we're on a quest for 1,000 subscribers, and our goal is to hit that by the end of the season. And by hitting that subscribe button, it gets us there that much quicker, and I want to thank you for doing so. This is the first play we're going to go over here. Njigba is in the slot here at the bottom of your screen. And looks like they're probably going to be in a little zone coverage. You got it looks like a linebacker, maybe a nickel corner. Looks like a linebacker playing off on him. So we're going to go ahead and run the snap. Bam, a little RPO action. He's coming off the line of scrimmage here. Just playing midline of the DB. And then hits that plant step. Crosses his face. Earns the target. So nothing really special here. But really, good plant step. Hits that. Crosses the face of the DB. The linebacker gets the target. And now he's going to work upfield. Get that yak until eventually they corral him up. And this is one of the stories about his game today. He nickeled and dimed them to death. It was a death of 1,000 cuts, making these short plays. And it's very nuanced. Him getting off the line. Hitting that break, juking out the DB enough to get that separation, making the short to intermediate catch lengthwise, and then trying to get that yak upfield. And that's what we saw on this play. On this play, Njigba's in the slot. He's closer to the line of scrimmage. At the bottom of the screen, he's on the end, really. He's on the bottom portion of the end. He's that wide receiver there. Going to go ahead and run this baby. He's coming off the line of scrimmage, and we're going to run a little drag route here. Again, defense is in zone. He's going underneath it. He's going to get the target. And it's him nickeling and diming this defense to death. They're sitting back in zone a lot from what I see in a lot of these plays and allowing him to just eat them up. There's also a man on some, but really, he just outmatched this defense here. Wasn't able to get the yak. He slipped up here. But really, him coming off the line of scrimmage, getting to a spot, not a special play, just running a drag, gets the target here with space underneath, catches the ball, and works upfield until he falls. On this play, Njigba is in the slot at the top of your screen here, at the top of that end part, and we're going to go ahead and run the play. He's getting off the line of scrimmage. He's selling the midline of the DB. We do have some man coverage, looks like here. We lose him. The ball's coming back. Looks like he's running a little comeback action, and now he makes the grab falling forward. The catch here, pretty standard, into the body. The ball's low, he makes the play on it. Here's the same route from a different angle, so now we get the full story of what's happening. So Njigba's getting off the line of scrimmage. We're in man coverage. He's attacking the midline, going forward. The DB opens his hips up. So he's selling deep. And the DB kind of bites on it, and now he breaks down. You see him drop that anchor. DB's looking in on him, and he's like, oh shit, I better plan up. I better stop to defend this. And then Njigba stops on a dime. Let's run this in real time here. So, boop, slips up right there. He falls on his back, and really to stop from Njigba insinuates 5 that he has to stop, but his momentum is swinging the other way. He slips up, and Njigba, turns it on a dime with the target coming to him, creating this separation. And really, this route is won on the sell. So on the sell, if you look at Njigba's eyes, he's looking straight up in 5's eyes, into his soul, shoulders upfield. There's no indication when or where or how he's going to break his route off. There's no tell, just a sell here. And he's selling, pumping them arms. And when he drops them hips, it's quick. It's a quick motion. And once he drops them hips, 5 knows. He knows he's got to plant with him and defend the pass because it's going to be coming if he doesn't. And he tries, and he goes on skates and slips up. And Njigba makes the break fluidly on a dime and gets the catch. Gets the target easily. He's a great route runner. He can get in and out of his breaks. He can make the transition from a in route, out route, or whatever, and he can stop on a dime, and he knows how to sell his routes, and he knows not to tell his routes, which is even bigger, because if you can deke out a defender, make him thinking you're going left when you're going right, that's going to allow you to create that separation that you want. This is the touchdown play for Njigba. He is in the slot at the bottom of the screen, so right at the bottom of the big here on the field. Going to run this baby. So he's getting off the line of scrimmage. He's attacking the outside shoulder of that DB who's lined up in front of him. Kind of going midline, but the DB has some inside shade to begin with. But he's really getting to a spot. So when he's tagging that outside shoulder, it's really part of his sell. So if he knows his eyes looking more towards outside shoulder, shoulders facing that way, feet facing that way, and then when he comes that spot on the field of his route, drops the foot, drops that plant foot, crosses the face. So his whole goal during his first few steps is to get that DB into thinking that, hey, I might be going left on you. I might be going straight on you. I want to be in your head. I want to make you guess where I'm going. And I want to make you guess that I'm going the opposite way of where I'm going, which is cutting the inside. So that's why I'm attacking your outside shoulder. That's why I'm leveraging the start of my route that way to get into your head, to get your feet, your hips turned the wrong way. That way when I drop this plant step, I'm going to cross your face and I'm going to create that separation. And that's what happens. He dekes out this DB and earns the target with ease. Look how much separation we got as the ball's in flight. That's social distancing at its finest. He's not catching COVID. He's going to be fine. He's going to catch the ball. Now he's got space to get that yak. So what's going to happen is he's going to juke out this defender right here. Drops the head and shoulders, knees and toes. DB's on skates right now. And he crosses his face up. And now look at the green in front of him. We got some pursuit angles over here at the top of the screen. But can he blow by him? Yes. And look at Chris Olave here, getting in the way, getting the block, clearing the path for Njigba. And now we got the score. Olave helping out Njigba is a big part of the story here. Njigba is getting his touchdown for the day. Have your day in the sun, Njigba, because this was a damn good performance. But this play was won by the sell. His ability to sell his routes is king. That creates the separation for him to earn those targets. We saw this here. Again, off the stem of the route, he is selling outside shoulder on that DB. DB bites it. You can see it here as he's sliding. The DB's biting with it. The DB's moving with it. Opens shoulders a little bit. Opens some feet. Njigba plant steps. Boom. Crosses his face. DB's just sliding over to the sideline. Out of the frame. Now Njigba's getting the target. He earned it right here. He saw it. Right here is where Stroud saw it. Gets the target. Boom. Rest is history. Outruns the defense for the score. This play was won on that sell tactic for him to get that separation. That is what Njigba is good at. That's what you're going to see from him throughout the rest of his career with Ohio State. And that's what's going to allow him to transition at the next level, and I expect him to be one of the top wide receivers drafted in the 2023 NFL draft class, and there's no way he shouldn't be. He's been hanging with Olave and Garrett Wilson this year from a market share perspective in the production. So I see him being able to hang with some of the top wide receivers in college football and being able to produce with some of the wide receivers in the next level once he makes that jump, because he's already showing that he can compete with the big boys. He is a 5-star prospect who had a lot of good skills coming out, and one of it was route running. His ability to sell his routes, get in and out of those breaks, and then make the catch and be assertive is what makes him a good wide receiver. It's not just the flashy footwork. It's being able to be a used car salesman and get that DB to come off the lot with that shitty Ford Escort, and that's what Njigba does day in and day out. I want to thank you for watching the show, sticking with me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. It means a lot to me. It fuels me to keep going over the tape with you guys so we can understand these players better. It also fuels me to help you with your fantasy teams. Every subscription matters. We're on a quest for 1,000 subs. We're going to hit that before the end of the season, and you're going to want to be a part of that. Again, I want to thank you, and I'll catch you next time.